Moments mean great opportunity or something like that. For Avery Bradley, Carpe Diem versus the Wizards Wednesday with a playoff career best 29. Big Al Horford, 19.7 assists, 6 rebounds. To help take the heat off Isaiah Thomas, the Celtics bury the Washington Wizards, setting up a Friday possible clincher. That is if Boston can score a win on the road. And for Washington, history is not on their side. Under the current playoff format, when trailing 3-2, the Wizards have done this. They say goodbye. But they are home, and home is where the wins have been. Here's Scott Brooks.
They played well. They actually played really well. They made a lot of good shots and a lot of good plays for each other. Our turn to do it tomorrow night. We don't give in. We definitely don't give up, but we never give in either. We just keep fighting and keep finding ways to make it close. We've always had that bounce back mentality, that back up against the wall. We're going to play much better. We're disappointed in our last performance. We've always done a great job with that of coming back. We lost the game last night. We're disappointed. Our focus wasn't where it needed to be, but we didn't lose the series. We lost the game, and in order to maintain your head throughout a series, you got to be focused on the next game. Learn from the last, focus on the next. I will tell our guys tomorrow, going into the season, if you have to win 2 games to get to the conference finals, would you take that? And all of them to a man will say yes.
So I like that. It's all about perspective, and it's all about being at home. This is a bizarre series, Sam, in terms of how good teams have looked at home and not so good on the road.
Yeah, Vance. I mean, when you watch this, you expect Washington to come out and dominate this Game 6 at home like Boston has done. And it's been one of those series where the visiting team has yet to come in and put their stamp on the game and just take control of it. It's been the offense on both of these teams. And at some point, 3D, is anybody going to play defense?
No, you're right. Each team doesn't want to play defense for the whole game. Remember, go back to 1 and 2. Washington had the big first quarter. So you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, how come they get off to a fast start and not sustain that? But now you go back home. John Wall, to me, in this year has really turned that corner as a leader. And I think going back home for Game 6, he's really going to put the team on his back. He's going to get the Washington Wizards fan. DC's going to be screaming loud because John Wall has proven to them that he can get them to the next level. You go back to early in the season, come back with the bad knees, some surgery. He's finally got his body right. He's got his mind right. Now the question, John Wall, can you prove it again when you go back home for Game 6 and get ready for Game 7?
And can the Celtics make that travel, what they did in the previous game where Avery Bradley just went wild? He looked great. But other guys, Sam, like Horford, taking some of that pressure off Isaiah Thomas so he doesn't have to be the scoring show for them.
Well, that's their home remedy. That's their home cooking. And you expect the superstars, their game going to travel. They can go out and have a big game anywhere. The home court advantage is really for those secondary ancillary players, your Avery Bradley, the Al Horford, those type of guys, because those guys tend to feel more comfortable at home. They feel less pressure, and they're in their own comfort zone. So when you look at this Boston team, what's been weird about it, it's been a different guy. When they come home, Avery Bradley, 25 points in the first half this series. It's been a different guy for those guys since Isaiah Thomas and Washington has been able to slow him down. So look, Washington starting 5, you would think on paper is better than this Boston team. You give Boston depth, a slight advantage, but it's just been the home cooking for both of these teams. And it's going to come down to, look, if Washington do what they're supposed to do and win Game 6, can they go on the road and beat Boston? And I don't think so when you look at this series.
But I just think, isn't it important for Boston, as the top seed in the Eastern Conference, to put a team away at this point and to stake that claim knowing that Cleveland is waiting?
Yeah, you'd want to do that, Vince, in the big scheme of things, maybe get a day or 2 rest and get the body ready for the next series. But at the end of the day, it's about winning Game 7 to get ready for the next series.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. We'll see if somebody can break that road jinx.